Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to another episode of Nothing Speaks with your host, Nuftings. So we're going to talk about video games today, y'all. No nonsense, nothing. We're just going to talk about video games, and today's topic is going to be about achievements and video games. Now, if you're a PlayStation player, it's trophies. Nintendo Switch ain't got none. I think Steam's got achievements, but I don't have a Steam Deck. Or I don't play any Steam games. I play my games on PC, but it's through the Xbox app. Anyways, so I'm a big Microsoft guy. I've been down with Microsoft since beginning, since OG Xbox. You know, the big thing that could block the sun. That's how big this console was. So there's no achievements back then, but in the 360 era, I was in that. You know, going after achievements, going crazy. But one of the things I've learned lately, with a lot of people, because I'm always in sessions and parties with other people playing games and whatever, and one dude came up, well, not came up to me. He said to me in the party, he goes, "Man, hey man, you want to run some not Gears? God, I love Gears though. You want to run some Fable 3?" And I'm like, "Why?" And he's like, "I know you're a Fable dude." And he's like, "Do you still have it?" I'm like, "Of course I still have Fable. I have all the Fables. The only one I don't have is the Journey, because I don't have my Connect set up. But if I did, I'd buy it." So he's like, he wants to run through Fable 3. And I'm like, "Sure, I can help you. But, have you played all of them?" I don't know why I asked that. He goes, no, sorry. He said to me, he goes, "Nah, man, I'm going to run Fable 3 and Fable 2, but I'm not going to play Fable 1. I'm like, "Why aren't you going to play Fable 1? And he's like, "Because I can't get all the achievements." I'm like, "All right." Now, if you didn't know, Fable Anniversary had this smart glass thing that Microsoft was doing, because remember, Microsoft was trying to do all these weird things back then, and I got the achievement because I got the game when it came out, and I did the thing that you had to do. That's long since been taken away. Like, you can't do it anymore. Apparently, you can do the achievement if you do some kind of memory share or something. I don't know what the hell it is. They told me, but I forgot what they said, because I already have the achievements. So I didn't really care to listen. But so you can't max it out. So you're always gonna have, like, so if it's like 50 achievements, it's like 49 out of 50. But if you're on true achievements, since it's an achievement you can't get, you'll still get the completion. But people want that 1,000, right? So I go, "Well, I'll be honest with you, homeboy. You know, you got to run Fable, man. Like, you can't miss Fable." Now, mind you, I even said, you could run it on the OG Xbox if you want. It runs fine, um, and you should be good. Like, I also don't know if you have the OG Fable cartridge. Could it work on a 360? I'd assume so, right? I don't remember. But like, a lot of these cats, they don't got 360s anymore, right? A lot of them do, but these guys are more like in my realm, where they're trying to play every game or whatever. Some of these guys are worse. They have like Xboxes that are Japanese, German, just so they can get achievements in every game. So like Army of Two, they have like 6 different games with 1,000 each or 1,250 each. So anyways, going back to Fable. So I said to this dude, I'm like, "Hey man, just run the game, bro. Like, forget about the achievements. You're gonna miss one. It's not gonna be the end of the world." "Nah, bro. It's gonna bug me." And I'm like, "Oh my god." So then another guy was on the party. He goes, "Yeah, man, I totally understand. If I can't max the game out, I'm not even gonna play it." So what these guys do, because they went into like details, what they do is they check true achievements or whatever, and they make sure the achievements are obtainable. I'm not saying they're easy, because these guys are going after hard achievements too. But if the game could be a 10 out of 10 game of the year, but once it's missing one achievement or multiple achievements, achievements that can't be, unlocked, it could be because of server was taken down or whatever, right? Or EA, because they always turn down servers, turning off servers. And some games, there's bugs in the achievement. So for instance, like Gears, So, Judgment, apparently, you can't max out the game if you don't have this achievement already. And I can't remember which one it is, but you're supposed to get like some kills or something or wins in a certain playlist. I can't remember what it is, but like certain maps, but you can't get those maps in the playlist anymore. So the achievements are unattainable. Gears of War 3 had one that it's unobtainable, but if you had unlocked a previous achievement before it becoming unattainable, you can get it, right? So, games, this happens in a lot of games, right? I mean, it sucks. And I personally believe that, there should be a way to unlock it. Maybe Microsoft gives you the achievement, whatever. But, I even said at one point, yo, if they charge you for these achievements, on a game that not to buy achievements before you even play it. Like if it's a game that you can't get the achievement in and you meet certain, requirements, like you do certain things, you could pay $5 and unlock the achievement. I mean, I know people out there would pay for that just so they can get their 1,000 gamer score because people really care about completion, right? So so they're telling me like, yo, we don't want to play Fable if we can't get the achievements. So I said, but hold on, yo, like you guys know Fable's a really good game, right? Just because you can't get one achievement, why does it matter? You should still play the game because the game is good. And that got me thinking too, because I was talking to some other people today about that. That's why I'm doing this video. And they're like, we understand because what I said was, you know, we complain about games being crap, right? We have a lot of really dookie games nowadays. Like we have some, good ones, but there's so many games that are bad. And there's so many shovelware and all that other stuff. So you're going to miss out on playing a really good game that you might actually fall in love with because of of an achievement, but the achievements don't mean nothing at the end of the day. But it's something to work towards. But I feel like missing out on a game because of one achievement, it kills the joy. Like think about it, like why do we play video games? When did video games become a job? Like video games are supposed to be fun, you unwind, whatever. But, you know, you're going to miss out on a game that's phenomenal over an achievement, right? Like, the mind you can get, it's not like you can't get any, I mean, probably if they can't get any, they probably still play, right? But, if you can't, if you miss, it's not like you're missing out on five, it's just one, right? Um, but it's like, I just don't understand. Like, it would, to me, it's like Army of Two. You can't max out Army of Two, but I personally think that, in my opinion, Army of Two is one of the best games I've ever played, and I love I love Army of Two. Like I have lots of memories with it. I can't max it out. I couldn't get the online achievements. I remember when they were shutting it down, the servers, and those guys with all the gamer score, like the ones that were like in the millions at this point, they were just jumping into online and getting the Japanese ones done and all that stuff. So I don't know, man. To me, it's just like, yo, would I want to miss out on Army of Two? And like these guys aren't going to play it because they can't max it out. But like, there's so many games that you can play that maybe you can't get the achievements, but they're so good. You might have a blast playing it because, like I said, we're supposed to be having fun. And it's like now it's like, I'm not going to have fun because of achievements, but you're going to go after achievements on a crappy game just to get the achievements. So you're not going to play a good game because you can't max it out, but you're going to play a crap game because you can. It's just, to me, it's just like, why, like, why would you want to miss out on playing? Like, I'm a Fable dude. Like, maybe you don't like Fable. That's cool. But, you can't lie. Fable is phenomenal. A lot of people love Fable. And it's like, even Gears, you can't get achievements in Gears, but I'm not going to stop playing them. Like I can't max out. I can max all the other ones, but I can't max out Judgment. I'm not gonna not play it now. You know, I've already played it, but I'm not gonna just like, oh nah, bro, I'm not gonna play it. I'll get whatever I can and move on. But dude, like, there's so many games now that are just so bad, and there's so many games like you're back in the 360 era that were just wow. And I'm saying like it would be nice if Microsoft figured out a way so that we can get these unobtainables. You know, True Achievements did a good idea where they just took the game and they let you still max it as long as you got the achievements that were obtainable. But yeah, man, it's like, oof. Like, it's like for me, Transformers. There's, you can't max out some of these Transformers games on the 360. Like, you know, War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron, because they have multiplayer achievements, right? So you can't max them out. But I'm not gonna not play them. Like these games are great. Like if you were lucky enough to play them back in the day and get the achievements, you know those games are good. Mind you, I'm a little bit far behind because I took that 10 years off from playing video games. But you know, bro, like some of these games, they're amazing. And you can't get the online achievements. But who cares? The game itself is good. You could still, you know, maybe get 800 out of 1,000, but it's like you have to max it out. It's like, oh, come on, man. Just play the game. Like, that's why I even said to them, Michael, why don't you just make an alt and play these games? And they're like, nah, because, you know, I could be playing other games and getting achievements. And I'm like, okay, so you're going to miss out on good games because of whatever. But, you know, I mean, they might not even like the game, but at least you're trying it, right? But yeah, I think that they should really figure out a way to have these games, you know, either put the servers up again or something. But you know, whatever. We'll see what happens when they do the backwards compatible stuff and all that. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video.
Another late night chasing down the light for the grind that nothing has to fight against the voices in